tripped.
I got lost and then came in last place because of it.
Somebody had stepped on me.
Everybody fell. They had there was probably about 50 girls that all, like domino effect. And they called back the race.
Everybody gets out, everybody pushes. Mentally, it's over before it starts. All right, on 3, let's let everybody know who's going to win this race. 1, 2, 3.
Mary, you only get 1 start, so let's make it a good one.
Final instructions, gentlemen. You're going to hear runners set and the gun. Please run straight forward for the first 100 meters. Let the faster runners get out. Runners set.
Get out!
Why recall?
3 guys went down.
Let's go ahead. Let's line it up again. Runners set.
We start the warm-up process 50 minutes before the athletes run their race. And they know exactly what to do. They have to jog, they have to do their stretching, they have to do their strides, everything that we teach them and practice on a daily basis.
Awesome, Jorge.
Now, what are you thinking about when you're out there in the lead like that? You haven't got anybody near you. You're setting the pace. You wonder how far back the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th guys are?
I was wondering where they were. I was just trying to get a bigger spread.
This is the 2nd mile. The 6th and 7th runners on a team can displace runners from another team. In other words, knock them back a place or 2 and make the other team score even higher. So 6th and 7th place finishers are very, very important, even though they don't actually do the scoring on the team.
I feel cross country is one of the toughest sports in high school, and it builds character. Whether or not they're good runners, just the aspect of being out there, being physical, getting to know other people, feeling confident with their bodies, definitely builds self-confidence.
They learn to take responsibility for themselves. They learn to be able to evaluate themselves objectively. This is not a sport for people to beat themselves up a lot. You've got to say, okay, this race is over. These are the things they did right. These are the things they did wrong, and go with it.
Who's the toughest team?
Beckman!
Beckman inherits young athletes from a well-organized 3-year cross-country program from surrounding middle schools. The development of young talent is critical for a successful high school team. As high school athletes are developing for college-level competition, just as college athletes are developing for Olympic competition, the sooner you start the journey, the further you may go.
It was fun, hard, and fun.
How does it happen that kids get involved in running?
I think some of it is their friends get them to join.
Let me see your medal, please.
They want to just be involved in something at Pioneer.
Have you had kids that have come back years later that have said, I got my start there, I'm still running?
Mostly high school kids I talk to, and they join the cross-country team when they get to high school.
The drive that cross-country instills in each runner continues long after the running shoes are hung up for good.
It taught me that I could be successful no matter what I tried, and even if I failed at later races or later classes or later jobs, I could always pick myself up and do it again, because we had failed 6, 7 attempts to win that title before that. The interesting thing about that year and that race was, prior races, we always felt nervous, like we weren't sure if we were going to win, but that particular race, it wasn't a question of are we going to win, the question was how much are we going to win by.
So where's Rocket Man come from?
Elton John's song. I forgot what year he made it, but it was real popular in 76, 75. So, and then Brian Thompson was Captain Fantastic, and John Gearhart was Boogie Pilgrim. So there you have it, all Elton John songs.
Okay, gentlemen, listen up, please. Number 1 runner, come on up to the starting line. We are not going to use the walk-up today.
Single file behind your team.
So ours was the first major invitational.
Back up.
In order to run 13, 14, 15,000 kids through here in one day, you've got to run a pretty tight time schedule.
Okay, I'll say to you on
to do that, we have to run a race about every 7 minutes. It's like the railroad switch yards out here.
tough.
Switchbacks, tell me about it.
They were difficult. I thought they weren't going to be so bad, like maybe like Peters Canyon, but I was horrified. But once you get to the top, it feels so good.
The third mile, we had like a headwind. The guys on the sidelines like cheering you on. It really helps a lot because it gets your minds off things and like gets you motivated. Like it gets your adrenaline going and then like makes you go faster.
You get your face like covered in a lot of sweat. It'll wear you out.
Some people like they lost their voices because like their throat was so dry.
It wasn't the heat, it was the lack of humidity. Races aren't just for themselves. Cross country is like a team sport, and I really think that's the best way to go. It's like help your teammates together, and we'll win, and we'll cherish our moments.
Aristotle once said, "Excellence is not an act, but a habit." That's what running is all about, acquiring the habit of excellence through training a body to do the seemingly impossible by breaking down challenging goals through fitness and endurance, striving to be your best. Victory in competition provides confidence for life, empowering you with vision and ability to set demanding goals, instilling the capability and determination to pursue them with the passion and drive to make them your own. Life, the one race that never ends.